On the morning of September 11th, 2001, FDNY firefighter Stephen Siller clocked out of work. He was on his way home to see his wife and 5 kids when the first plane hit. Stephen turned his car around and raced back towards Manhattan, but when the road shut down, he did not stop. He strapped on his gear, threw 60 pounds of equipment on his back, and ran through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Not away from the towers, towards them. He never came home. His family turned their heartbreak into a promise that no wounded veteran would come home to a house they couldn't afford, that no Gold Star family would grieve alone, and no child who lost a hero would lose their future too. Tunnel to Towers was born, and Stephen Siller's last run would never be forgotten. Now, 25 years after his death, Stephen's brother Frank, we all know him well, Frank Siller, tells the full story in his brand new memoir coming out September 1st called Let Us Do Good. And first off, you should tell us why it's Let Us Do Good.
It's Let Us Do Good because my mom and dad, they were a part of the Third Order of St. Francis. In his teaching, St. Francis said, while we have time, let us do good. And my parents taught us that, all 7 siblings, to serve and to do for others. And Stephen's act of heroism is just a culmination of how he was brought up. My parents died when he was a little boy, how he reacted to that, and how he became this outrageous human being and understood the meaning of life.
You were 14 years older, so you were almost like a brother and a father, right?
Yeah, well, after he died, we all the siblings were like, he got 3 extra sisters and 3 extra fathers. We were so much older than him, for sure. My dad died when he was 8 and a half. My mom died when he was 10, and he was orphaned, and we raised him. And I tell that story in the book. I tell the story how he questioned his own life after my mom and dad died. I remember walking with him out in Long Island. He said, "Frank, I wish I was never born." He was so upset. And I said, "Don't say that." I said, "Mommy and Daddy loved you so much. They brought you into this world, and your brothers and sisters will always be there for you. And God put you on earth for a reason, and one day you'll do something special." Little did we know how special he'd be.
But it's still stunning to you. I did an event with you. You asked me to MC, and it is like it was yesterday, and I just watched you as I was recounting his last journey. It's still upsetting, right?
Of course it is. 25 years later, there's still a big hole in my heart. You never get over it. You learn to live with it. But I think the best way to at least make it a little more palatable is the work that we're doing. And in the Let Us Do Good book, I talk about all these people that have come together that were taking care of like over 2,000 families. Think about that. Mortgages paid off for 2,000 families. Those things just don't happen. We have to bring a lot of people together because of it, we were able to do this work.
Mark Wahlberg was one of the first big celebrities, but now they're all calling you. I'm watching Kevin James with you, the biggest celebrities. What is that like when Sylvester Stallone and these others say, "I like Frank, I want to help you. Let me do a spot"?
Well, that's part of the one of the chapters is God sends me people all the time because I'm not that sharp. You know what I mean? To send a message is it's important that other people get involved, and the Lord sends me all the time people that help us move in the right direction. You can't raise the kind of money that we have to raise with the promises that we made without so many people coming together.
All right, and your energy just doesn't stop, right? You
talk about energy, you got a little bit yourself.
Now, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Go pick up Frank's book. You can pre-order it now. It's going to come to your house on September 1st. Be sure to check it out. I appreciate, Frank, you coming here and talking about it. We'll get to you on radio and TV throughout. We'll get when it's ready to launch.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.